Is your car leaking washer fluid? Let's see what's going on. So let's see what's going on here. And get this situated. And for those of you that have been following along, the clutch is done on this vehicle, which I will have a video. I just have so much footage to edit, but I will have that soon. A clutch replacement at home. Was not easy, but we got it done. Hold on. This is always a little tricky with the manual, but here we go. Let's try that again. I hate the way this car bongs. It's so annoying. I know the door is open. Oh. Okay, first thing, finding the line. So in my case, I already know, hold on, the leak is right here, passenger side. But for any reason, if you need a guide, you'll find these rubber tubes that run from the chassis up into the bonnet, the hood, whatever you want to call it. So just follow the line. We can clearly see passenger side, and it runs down here. Okay, let's see what's going on. So my plan here, I'm going to jack this up in a moment and remove the passenger side wheel. Right here is where the fluid is located. And I'll describe what this is, and there's a third connection over here. Just want to make sure everything's nice and dry. I also replaced the rear main seal when I did the clutch. Roughly maybe 500 miles I put on the car so far, so nice and dry. That's great to see. But let me jack this up, remove the wheel, remove the inner liner, and we can see precisely and find out why is this leaking. And if you're new here, this is an 05 CTSV 128,000 miles. This has the LS6. Okay, come on, let's go. Enough yapping. Now, if you're questioning why did I use these ramps if the plan was to jack it up anyway, that's because this car is so low, this floor jack does not fit. So I have to get it off the ground so I can fit the floor jack here underneath. I really need to get some quick jacks. It would make my life so much easier. Okay. I'll leave this here for now. Yo! Okay, so right behind this plastic cover, we have the pump. So throughout the perimeter on these inner fender linings, you'll find these plastic tabs. You can buy a tool that is specifically made to remove these. I just use a very small flathead. You'll see that in a moment. The other thing I'm realizing, yeah, you see, I'm not sure if the camera is picking that up, but this is leaking. These are original. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore. That's the thing with older vehicles. Finding parts, especially in this car, is really tough. But that's something else I need to figure out, maybe coilovers. But in the meantime, let's remove these tabs. So just a small flathead. And you insert it, lightly twist it. See how it comes out? Okay, so if you don't want to spend whatever the tool is, you can simply do this. Okay, oh, there's the problem. Okay, we can clearly see this line popped out of this joint. So I'll just reattach that. This is the pump. So when you're inside the cabin and you command for washer fluid to spray on the windshield. This is what that is. This is the sensor if the fluid is low. Hold on, let me put this back on. And if you notice, again, this car, really it's every car. Nothing is really made by one country, made in Canada. So that comes to mind with the tariffs and so forth. Ugh. On this vehicle, prop shaft is German, rear end is German, shocks are German, clutch is German, interior components are Japanese and Canadian. A lot of parts are made in Mexico for the engine. I mean, that's just the way it is. And then right here, so here's that low, hold on, here's that low. So here's that low level sensor. And then right here, I never realized this has, where is it? Yeah, someone plugged it off. This must have had an option to spray the fluid, windshield fluid, washer fluid on the headlights. Nonetheless, let me clean this up, reattach everything, and we'll test the system. Other things to look for right here, this is where the motor inserts into the tank, and there's a little grommet. You can probably see it there. Sometimes that grommet fails, especially in this case, it's 20 years old. This is a Floridian vehicle, a lot of heat cycles and so forth. So sometimes the leak, that's all it is, guys, and you can clearly and easily replace it. If the tank itself is leaking, salvage yard, eBay, marketplace, etc., versus buying a new one, save some money. If you can't find the leak, of course, use water as opposed to buying washer fluid. Have a buddy turn on the system even, and just see where the leak is coming. Now in my case, I'm going to glue the circumference of this line and zip tie it back in here, and then we'll test everything. Just a little bit. This is just Gorilla Super Glue. Get this in there like that. There we go. It fits nicely. Grab a zip tie. And on the flip side, if you want something really clean, something like an Oederker clamp, I just think that may be a little overkill. Okay, let's put this back on. I don't think we'll have an issue. That's why I'm using fluid here. Okie doke. Let me button everything up and we'll test it. Actually, let's try to do this now. The battery here has 4% left, so I was going to charge it, but that's all right. Let's just give this a shot. Okay, here we go. All right, very good. Where's my fluid, man? Still nothing coming out. What is going on here? Is it still leaking? Huh. That's odd. All right. For some reason. All right, I have 3% battery here, guys, but you can clearly see everything is... Let me go through everything here. A little bit of glue, double check everything. If I still have an issue, then what I can do is purchase, excuse me, something OEM. The nozzles are genuine Cadillac, but the line is not. It's aftermarket. So if I still have an issue, that's the route I'm going to go. Let me just finagle with this and charge the battery, and I'll come right back. Okay, you know what? I'm actually using, hold on, my GoPro here. And tripod. Something I've been realizing the last few years you're way better off. I know it's more money. Whoops. I know it's more money, but way better off with OEM parts, factory parts, because this is the nonsense that you deal with. By the way, I'll link these below. These are terrific, guys. I've had these for years. These are great. All right. Let's see what the hell's going on here. Make sure you guys have a light. Okay, let's see what is what. Now this I know has enough slack. This I think is a little too short, and that's why it popped out. So let me make another line a little bit longer. Again, glue it, put it all together, and we should be okay. We should be okay. Now this line I did glue. I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier. This line had a leak, a crack in it 6-7 months ago. So this is an aftermarket line kit. $10 comes with the line and all of these attachments, and I glued. So this is glued on. And the opposite side, I don't know why I didn't glue it. Maybe I ran out of glue, I don't know. And I do apologize for the audio on this GoPro. I don't have an external mic hooked up right now, but I glued. See this all glued up. Let's let this dry. I'll come back and we'll give it a test. So we have everything back together. Let's give this a shot. Okie doke, here we go. Keys. Okay, got the keys. Here we go. There we go. Now let's make sure nothing's leaking. Okay. This car needs a proper cleaning, but yeah, we are in good shape. All right. Okay, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Hope you've learned something, and you guys can save some money. We'll see you next time.